I barely started my ascent of the Alps before we've ground to a halt.
The good news is we haven't actually broken down. This is Glognitz Station on a lovely sunny winter's morning. And most people are getting off now to have a good look at the steam locomotive that's been pulling us all the way. Hundreds of people on this train.
It's a 1942 Skoda locomotive, apparently, and you'd think quite capable, but they're not taking any chances with it on the Semmering Pass.
What I think is happening is that they've taken the steam locomotive off and they've replaced it with this presumably more powerful, certainly quite old, electric locomotive. And that will take us on up towards the high Alps. We are certainly now climbing. Lovely views, and the train is really getting higher and higher. Just starting to see quite a lot of snow. Beautiful valley, look at that.
From here, the builders of this line face the challenge of going up over 450 metres in just a few miles, and they realised they couldn't do that in a straight line. To build the world's first mountain railway required a lot of extra engineering. They also needed a completely new type of locomotive.
One of the big problems was that the steam locomotives in those days were too big to get round the sharp curves that the engineers knew they'd have to create to cope with the mountainous spiralling terrain. So they held an open competition to see if anybody could come up with a design that would answer the problem.
Unimpressed by the various designs put forward, even this bizarre two-headed beast, the chief judge of the competition, a chap called Wilhelm von Engerth, decided to have a go himself.
Nearly all locomotives in those very early days of steam were like this bar of very fine Viennese chocolate. They were just one rectangle, so you'd have the driver in his cab at the front with the boiler and the furnace, and the tender would still be attached with the coal and the water, and the whole thing was just one solid rectangle.
Engerth had the bright idea of articulating the loco with a separate tender, so that the full weight still pushed down on the drive wheels, gripping the steep tracks.
It meant it was more flexible, it could go around curves, kind of like a bendy bus. Simple, but absolutely revolutionary.
It worked, and combined with 25 miles of groundbreaking railway, 15 tunnels and 16 viaducts, the Semmering Pass was conquered, and Austria had her rail connection to the sea.